Sairam and welcome back to our political science class. Let us continue with our lesson, that is electoral politics. Okay, we'll start with a new topic, that is acceptance of election outcome. Children, at, in the last class we saw popular participation of the people in election, right? We people are interested in political activities. People's interest in political activity have increased. Okay, their involvement have increased. Now let us begin with the acceptance of political election outcome. Whatever is the result, let's see how people have accepted whatever is the verdict, whatever is the result. Okay, now this is the we can say last test to see whether the election in India are free and fair. Last test. This we can see in the outcome of the result of the elections itself. It is said that if the elections are not free and fair, the outcome always favors the powerful, like what we saw in Haryana. Okay, elections were free and fair. So what happened? The ruling party, the Congress party, lost to Devi Lal's party. That is the Lokdal, right? They lost to Lokdal, but later on, even the Lokdal lost in the next election, and again the Congress came into power. Okay, that was in the year 1987 when Lokdal formed government in Haryana. Okay, now children, if the elections are not free and fair, the ruling parties do not lose election. Congress was the ruling party. It lost the elections. That shows that the elections are free and fair. Usually, the ruling party does not accept the outcome of a rigged election. They don't accept it. Okay. Now, the outcome, let's see the outcome of the India's election speak for itself. Okay. Now, here the ruling parties routinely lose elections in India. Okay, both at the national level and at the state level. In Haryana we saw ruling party was Congress, but in the elections of 1987 it lost. Again the Lokdal lost. This is the example, and you must have seen in the last elections also the ruling party loses, state level also, national level also. See, now we have which government in India? BJP, right? Before BJP, which party formed the government? It was Congress, right? A few years ago. So ruling parties keep changing. Okay, in fact, in every out of two or of the three elections held in the last 15 years, the ruling party has lost the election. Now, let's see about US. What happened is an incumbent or the sitting elected representatives, the current or the existing representative who's the political leader in the US, they rarely lose an election. But in India, the case in India is different. Half of the sitting MPs, or you can say MLAs, they lose election. It's not like US, they don't lose. But here even the minister, when they contest election, maybe at state level, maybe at national level, they lose the election. Now those candidates who have spent a lot of money during contesting an election, okay, those who have spent money to buy votes, they pay the voters, okay, money, and they buy vote, and also those candidates who are known to have criminal connection forcibly by threatening form often lose the election. Even they lose the election. Even if you are rich, you lose an election. Even if you are having criminal connections, okay, by threatening the people, asking them to vote, then too you lose the connection. Okay, elections. Now, children bearing very few disputed election, just leaving few disputed election, the outcome or the results of election are usually accepted by the loser party or by the defeated party, the party which has lost the election. Okay, they accept this result as the people's verdict. Okay, so they accept the defeat also. They don't have any issues about it. Okay, let's move further. Challenges or to free and fair elections. Now, let's take up this last topic of this lesson. This is the last topic. Okay, all the aspects that we saw bring us to one conclusion, that elections in India are free and fair. Yeah, elections that are held in India are free and fair. The party that wins election forms government. It does so because it is the people who have chosen it over the rivals. The other party, rivals is the other parties. But this may not be true in all constituencies. In some constituencies, a few candidates may win because of money. See, though we say in India elections are conducted in a free and fair manner, but there may be few constituencies where the people may have won because of money or on the basis of, you can say, power. They are more powerful, and also maybe through other unfair means. But the overall verdict, the overall result still states that still reflects that candidates are elected because of their popularity, or you can say because of their popular support. Yes, there are some exceptions. A few exceptions in this rule is in the last 50 years in our country, and this is what makes India an election democratic. Okay, now but when we ask few questions, deeper questions, the picture looks different. When we ask questions related to, we get into it more deeper. So the picture looks different. The questions are the people's preferences based on real knowledge? Do they have knowledge? Are the voter getting a real choice? What we saw in Zimbabwe. Yeah? Then is the election really level playing field for everyone? It means the weak and the common man, can they contest election against the rich and the powerful opponent? Can he or she, a common man, or who's not rich, can he win the election, or will he not be pressurized? Okay, then the next question is, can an ordinary citizen hope to win elections? Again the same thing. This kind of question bring many limitations and challenges faced by the Indian election to our attention. There can be some limitations, and this includes, we will see the limitations now. Candidates and parties with lot of money may not be sure of their victory. They are having money, they are spending a lot, but they are not sure of their victory. But they do enjoy a big unfair advantage over the smaller parties and independents. Not necessary. The rich people always win election. But they do have an advantage, right? He can spend more money in campaigning, or he can buy votes. He can take unfair, advantage of being powerful or being rich. Now in some parts of our country, those candidates who are having criminal connections have been able to push other candidates out of electoral race because of their criminal connections, and also they're able to secure a ticket. Suppose we have one party named ABC. Okay, I am an ordinary citizen, I am contesting election. But if there is another person in the same party, he is having some criminal connection, he is having money. So what happens? Because he is having criminal connection, what the party will do? He will get the ticket to contest the election, not me. So this is what happened. Okay, the major party, it becomes very difficult to get ticket from a major party to the common people, and those who are having criminal connections, they get the tickets very easily. Now some families, see the assumptions that some families, they tend to dominate political parties. Okay, whole family is there in the party. During election, tickets are distributed, to their relatives, and relatives who belong to their family only. These family members contest election. Now what happens? Very often, election offer little choice to the ordinary people. Very little choice. Ordinary people, because these ordinary citizens, because all the major parties, are quite similar. Similar means they have nearly similar, same policies, same planning, same practices. We don't have, there's no much of difference in the policies or their planning for the people. So people don't have much of option. There is no major option left for the people. Now the next one is smaller parties. Smaller parties and independent candidates who doesn't belong to any parties. They are called the independent candidate. They contest the election independently. They are the ones who suffer a lot. They suffer a huge, disadvantage compared to the bigger parties. As the bigger party have more money and also more power, they don't allow the small parties to rise up to win the election. Getting me? Children, these challenges exist not only in India but also in many established democratic countries of the world. Those who believe in democracy, these issues are a matter of concern for them. Only those who believe in democracy. This is the reason citizens, then the social activists, and also organizations have been demanding a reform, a change in the electoral system of our country. Getting me that? They wanted some change to overcome these obstacles, to overcome these problems. Otherwise, the elections that are conducted in our country are free and fair. But in some, these problems, what we saw right now, it is not there in all the constitutions. Some exceptional cases are there. Children, with this, we come to an end to this lesson. We have done with this lesson. So I have to stop over here now. Take care and thank you.